G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Bushcraft and Camping Adventures. My name's Craig and we're back. We're returning. Haven't gone camping for 2 months. The itch has been intolerable. We've had new babies, we've had sleepless nights, and we haven't had camping, but we're back. We're back at Watagans, and boy oh boy am I excited. I'm just walking to the site now. It's an absolutely stunning day, so there is nothing to be sad about. Life is good, and thanks for joining me. Let's hope we have a good time. It's going to be a good one, so hold on tight, here we go. Here we are. Now I questioned whether it would still be standing. There's been insane weather. And look what's still here. It is untouched. It is perfectly standing. Wow. I can't believe it. The weather that we've had has been nothing short of ridiculous. Cyclonic. Someone's been here. You're kidding. Would you take a look at that? I love it, man. I love it. If you're watching this and that's you, please put it in the comments. That is awesome. I love it. You know what else I love? Check this. Life inside our shelter. Oh man, this is so cool. Now we're going to have to check everything for spiders, snakes, and what have you. But man, we're back. We are back. Watagans is on. Oh man, can you feel it? Oh, spider's web. Oh, it's so good to be here. So there are some running repairs that need to be done. As you can see, some of the logs for the wall here have fallen off. I need to prop this back up here. The table has slid a little bit and is on an angle. We've got to clear out the inside here as well. So there's a few little odds and ends that need to be done. So let's get to that. Okay, so the first thing we've got to do is get some more supports in here. So let's get some wood for that. Okay, so the good thing about not having been here for a while and also having there been pretty bad weather, there's a lot of new wood around, a lot of deadfall that I can pick from. So anyway, the idea is I'm going to stake in here and here, because that will help reinforce this by pushing back against, and also make these ones work better. If you try and push it purely against the tree, there's going to be a gap because the tree gets narrower as it goes up. So we're going to reinforce it back this way. Obviously I've pointed the ends and I've beveled the tops. This is so they don't split as much when you drive them in. Alright, and then we will bind these with rope to hold them in tight. Easy peasy. Alright, it would have been good if these were a little bit taller. I'll bind them through the middle anyway, it's fine, but I wanted to go one higher. So the one on top is not going to really be supported by anything. Which will be this one here, which might be replaced by something a little bit better. Because this one has a tendency to roll. But maybe I'll just bind that with a bit of rope to this one. Okay, so I found myself some great natural cordage. Look at this vine. It's magnificent for it. I hope that's zoomed in properly and I hope you can actually see that. Now when doing this kind of thing, it's very important to put the pressure going down, not pulling across. So I've placed the rope, sorry. So I can drop that because I've latched over it. So I put the pressure on it down. And then as I come back through, keep that downwards pressure, not allowing it to pull this way too much. It's a little bit awkward work. So now I've come both sides of the pegs on either side. Probably made this a bit too long, but that's okay. We can just keep using it and using it until this is to a situation where it's not going to fall again. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. And isn't that the point I always make? Bushcraft doesn't have to be freaking glamorous, guys. It's just got to be effective. So I'm just going to keep running along here and just help bind this a little bit further to the right. Much improved. Now, I just realised that I wasn't in camera the whole time I was talking then, so I hope this was. Alright, so now that this is as sturdy as this, we should be able to repair this. Oh, come on, don't be a bastard. There we go. Should be able to repair this quite well. Now, I've got some more vinage over there, so I'm probably going to wrap this up, but let's do that now, actually. Now, just going to wedge that under there for now and leave it because I may want to incorporate what's on top once it's there. Now this is a risk, I haven't really thought this through. Wow, that's a win. That is a win right there. Coming back to life. Fixed. Okay, now we've got to turn our attention to this. This leg here has slipped and somehow it hasn't fallen apart. Because I made it. So I've got to take all my crap off. Just chuck it on the floor for now. That's really bad habit. Don't chuck stuff on the floor. But I am piling it in a certain way. No open ends. Nothing unzipped or unlocked. All contained. So this may go for 6 when we do this, but we want to lift it back up to here. So we've simply got to retie this knot. I'm done. Double, triple knot. Level and ready to function again. So our site is ready to enjoy, guys. Bit of cleanup. Remember, this floor was all completely cleared. I'll show you the progress of nature in a moment, because it's quite fascinating to see how nature's reclaiming this. But yep. So you might ask why I bother doing all that. The main reason really is that this area has a lot of snakes and spiders, and I'm a comfort camper, man. Once I've made my home, I want to be able to relax. I don't want to be totally on the lookout. So by doing this, I can see any creeper crawlers that may come my way night or day. Number two, gives me a good lay of the land. I've just sweeped it and I know that there's nothing dangerous there. So clears a path. Not going to hurt any ecosystems or any habitats. It's 6 months of leaf cover, and that's anyone who's ever seen Stand By Me will know the dread of the leeches. So it's a bit wet. We got a few leeches. I tried to get them on film, but they fell off. I'm sure there'll be more. If you don't know what leeches are, then you're not really missing out. I don't know if you can hear off in the background. Keep listening. There's people shooting out there. We've got some new growth coming in. I'm going to let it go. It's not nothing too invasive. That's quite scary. So as you guys know, we go out with Ross and George and sometimes Mark and Dave. And I was talking with George the other day and he came up with a concept. Parallel camping. The point is that he has one location and I have one location. You know, we come up together, we share the ride, we share the fun, but we camp in separate locations. So, you know, we can do our own thing, get our own space, which we both like. And at the same time, we can then go for a walk and have a visit to each other. Yell shit obscenities at each other. So I think this would be a good location for George. Flat enough ground. That beast right there, this used to be the side of an impressive tree. That chair thing I was looking at, the burnt log is just there. It's an action-packed location. It's really nice. Look how big this guy is. Something else. Takes up the whole shot. So yeah, George, what do you think? You like this as a spot? Coming soon to a video near you. Parallel camping. Ooh. Last shot. Alright, so the tarps is up. I have to put it up because it's going to storm for a few hours later, so I don't want it to be soaking wet under there. Anyway, alright, so the tarp's up, that's one job done. The second job, my plan was to get the tarp and drape it over this to keep this area waterproof, but fire plus this tarp doesn't stretch that far. So what I'm going to do is just build a very quick little roof here, all natural as well. I'm not going to use any cordage or anything, so this is a full bushcraft build. Alright, so I've gone and picked out some cordage. It's just root, vine, beautiful stuff. Alright, so we've got everything. We're going to strap that into place, put the roof on it. Alright, so it's getting late, so I'm probably just going to have to do proof of concept on this because I want to get the fires and, you know, the good stuff. It's very simple. Just create a... Alright, so that's a really average version of it. I'll fix that up maybe tomorrow morning. But the idea is to build that up significantly more than that, layer it up, keep collecting resources, and then find some broadleaves to put over the top of it. and then maybe even layer it up again, depending. It's never going to be, you know, completely probably watertight, so to speak, but it's going to help in a sprinkle at least. Now, in keeping with the theme, I'm not going to overdo it in here tonight either. I'm just going to have the sleeping bag and the pillow. Nothing else, just keep it simple. Maybe I'll put down something. I just want to rough it a bit. So I'll see how we go with that anyway. There's ants on it at the moment. Alright, so it's getting to about 4:30. It's not cold, but it's not hot, it's just muggy. Just muggy, very muggy and damp. It's going to be interesting to see how the fire goes tonight, actually. I've pre-collected some bird's nest, etc. I'm going to try and get it going in there. I'm going to just be sparking it. I was going to get I don't know. Who knows? It might be bird nest. We'll see. Let's look at what I've bought to eat, because that's always fun. Food. So I've got popcorn and nuts. For some reason I bought some spinach, English spinach. Sugar-free, ketogenic, chocolate bar. We got a soup. Not bad. Lentil soup, good thing I'm on my own. The old kombucha, delicious. Nuts. Lollies. Plum and pear. Veggie patties. Can't forget the dairies. Nashi pears. Chocolate. And eggs. Pretty concerned I'm going to run out of food. So that's a bit of a worry. I mean, I've never actually gone into starvation before, but it's looking like that's probably on the cards tonight, to be honest with you. Alright, I'm ready for the night. Let's get a fire started. A bit, just feel like having to relax now. So let's do that. Not today. Not today. Winner. Today we're using flint and steel with char cloth. Okay, so the idea here is that this actually shaves off parts of the steel. That thin strip of steel oxidizes in the air and forms a spark. So the idea is going to be we place the char cloth on top and we strike down in the hope that we just get some general spark flinging in the right direction. Oh, wait a sec, look at this. It sparked a bit of char cloth on the floor and I was about to give up too. Alright, so that'll just hold in there. Oh, I didn't prepare this. Okay. Okay, this is very hastily prepared, I'll tell you. Slowly, man, slowly. There's no rush. Let lots of air get to it. Alright, we have fire! So I'm just relaxing by the fire at the moment, and might as well give you a bit of an update on family life, because I put the video out about Harper being born on the 15th of Feb, and so she's about 5-6 weeks old now, and she's gorgeous. She smiles at me, which is really cool. She's not doing much else, to be honest. She doesn't sleep the best, you know, but she also sleeps alright, so there's a bit of a mixed bag. My wife, Renee, is she's doing well, but she's worked a lot because she doesn't get much sleep, because I'm in the room with Samuel. So that means that I can't really do anything with Harper, because also she's breastfeeding and I can't do that. So I look after Samuel, and the missus looks after Harper. And yeah, life's tough with 2 kids, but awesome with 2 kids. Kids. Samuel's still the little legend that he is. He gets funny every day. Every day now he's got some new thing to do. One day ago, we were at the shops, and he was doing this thing. Ooh, I think it was copying when Renee says, "No, don't do that." It's like, ooh. But yeah, just enjoying kicking back at the moment. And I'm going to get into food soon. I'm not going to show you picking the food. I'm just going to cook the food. Because, look, let's be frank. If you want to watch cooking show, you can go watch my kitchen rules. At least that's the mood I'm in today anyway. Kind of can't be bothered. First trip back in a while. I don't really want to plug down too much details. Now, stay tuned, because we're going to have a channel update soon. There's going to be some changes. All positive, of course. All really, really good stuff. I'm really excited about these changes and improvements to the quality of the channel, which might mean if it's as significant as I hope, then that might mean some kind of redesign of the actual profile page itself. But that's in the short to medium future. The very next video where I go camping, you will see the changes, the improvements, and of course we'll have a video where I discuss that with you at a later date. So I think it's time for food.
Eventually,
man, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's interviewing Elon Musk. Seriously, I've never heard this guy talk before. This dude's a robot, man. He's an AI. He doesn't talk normal. He talks like a computer retrieving a file. It takes like 5 seconds to talk every time. He like pauses for 5 seconds, 10 seconds after every question gets asked to him. The guy's a robot, man. I'm telling you. He's AI. Apparently it's a thing, because Joe Rogan even mentioned it. I'm sitting there thinking, and then Joe Rogan asked him the question.
It's not necessarily a doomsday countdown. It's a
Talking about end of the world, he freaks me out, man.
Yes, that's probably a good way to think about it. It's a singularity. It's hard to predict.
This is pretty full-on kind of storm, I tell ya. Ready? Whoa!